Hi everyone, my name is Mariana and I'm a professor in sound production and post-production at the University of York. In my day-to-day job I do a combination of teaching. In terms of my sound practice and research, my area of specialisation is actually in post-production sound. So not that much people that capture sound on location, but what do we do with the sound once everything has been filmed, the sound has been captured? So how do we make it all come together to get the experience you listen to at home? And even more specialised, I actually work with blind and visually impaired film and television audiences. So how do we use sound design to make those film and television experiences accessible for people who cannot see the screen? Every day is slightly different actually, so not sure there is a typical day. But for example, earlier this week, what I did was maybe I came to work in the morning and I had a meeting with someone doing a research degree, just supporting them in their project and doing the research. And then a few hours later, I might go and teach a lecture. So I teach spatial audio and surround sound. So how do we create surround sound audio for film and television? If I'm working on a particular film or television project, then the typical day could be quite different. So I might come in the studio in the morning, just make sure I switch on the desk, make sure everything is working, which can take a few moments. And then it could be that I work a few hours on my own, just balancing levels. So a big important part of mixing is making sure that the levels among sound sources make sense for the story you're trying to tell. So we might think, okay, people want to hear the dialogue, that's important, but is the music very important in the scene or not? How are the sound effects coming in and out? So a typical day where I'm doing that sort of thing, I might do a few hours of that on my own. If I'm collaborating with someone, then someone else might come in and we might do some work together. I think that what I really love the most about my job is when I get to collaborate with people. And if it's in research, that might be collaborating with someone from a slightly different discipline or a completely different discipline. But in sound work, in post-production work, one of the things I love is when there is this moment of connection with maybe the director and the producer, and you start chatting and you find a solution to something that you had been stuck with for maybe days not knowing what to do. And then you try something out and you play it out, and it's just magically works. And I think those are moments to me of like poetry, really. You bring something together, you bring skills, different skills together to create something beautiful. So I did an undergraduate degree in something called a degree in arts with specialisation in music. I had always been quite interested in how we choose music for film and television. And this led me to an MA in post-production with sound design here at the University of York. And that was really my first encounter with more practical aspects of sound. Again, my undergraduate degree had been more theoretical and analytical, and this master's was really practical. After that, I went on to do a PhD, so a doctoral degree, and that was on a slightly different topic. So I was interested in how we use sound to understand the past. When I was little, I mean, I did want to work with animals, so maybe that wasn't that connected to sound, but who doesn't want to work with animals, really? There was loads of music playing, even if I don't come from a family where people are professional musicians. There was loads of music playing all the time. I played the piano when I was little, then decided I wanted to switch to play the harp. So there was a connection to sound, but I wouldn't say that I knew what post-production sound was or what people did in that career. There was an interest, but it's fair to say that it changed as I went through learning. So advice for young girls looking for a career or to kind of check whether they like sound for their future career is kind of have a play around with sound. Don't be afraid. Don't take it too seriously. If you have access to any very simple free audio software that you can download at home and just play around, put sounds together, see what comes out. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's loads of different ways in which we can create sound stories, sound poetry, whatever you'd like to think about it as. But do experiment. Don't let technology make you feel worried of, are you using it correctly? Are you using it incorrectly? But most importantly, don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do. Whatever you want to do, look for the opportunities and the networks to allow you to do that.